he felt he had to carry a gun to be safe from all the street gang members Knight brought into the company.
Suge, they love him. He loved them.
But Young says the big record companies have only themselves to blame, as Knight, who pointedly dresses in all red, the colors of the drug-dealing Blood street gang, was seen by black rap artists as someone who could keep white record executives and lawyers from cheating them on their contracts.
Those contracts don't mean absolutely nothing. They're what I call hagamajaga.
Isn't that the nature of the business, particularly the music business?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's one of the reasons why I gave birth to people like Suge Knight. Suge Knight knows how to go get people their money. You know, Suge gets his money on time. Suge gets his money a month before it's supposed to be there.
His reputation for violence is so widespread that a joke about him brought down the house at this September's MTV Music Awards.
Hey, Suge Knight, how you doing? Don't kill me. All right, yeah.
But for others, it's no joke.
25 Colt automatic.
As few in the music business have been able or willing to do much about Knight's strong-arm tactics.
We're talking about guys that traditionally don't go to the police. Police aren't exactly their friends, or we wouldn't have written songs like The Police.
Jerry Heller, a 30-year veteran of the business and one of the first white record executives to get involved with gangster rap, says like Vanilla Ice, he too was a victim of Suge Knight.
You know, he probably cost me personally $25 or $30 million, you know?
At issue, according to Heller, was a top rap artist named Dr. Dre, who wanted out of his contract with Heller so he could go into business with Suge Knight. Heller says his partner was called by Dr. Dre to a meeting at a recording studio.
Instead of Dre being there, Suge Knight was there, and guys in black jackets with lead pipes and baseball bats, and forced him, under threat of his life and telling him that they would kill his mother and that they were holding me hostage, under those kinds of duress, got him to sign releases for Dr. Dre.
If you force somebody to sign something, it'd be all like this.
How do you know that?
How I know that?
You done it before?
No, I've never done it before, but common sense.
So did you force him to sign that?
Never.
You did not?
Did not.
Knight has become extremely adept at handling all the allegations of violence and extortion, usually showing up for his pretrial depositions with a big cigar, gold jewelry, expensive lawyers, and evasive answers.
Mr. Knight has a serious criminal history. He's looking at 9 years in state prison.
But now someone has finally stood up to Suge Knight. Los Angeles Superior Court Judge John Orderkirk, who 2 weeks ago ordered Knight into court for violating his probation, and then raised troubling questions about why Knight hadn't been locked up before now.
And I'm looking at a long list of failures to follow court orders.
It turns out Knight had received probation in the first place instead of prison after glowing letters of recommendation from black civic leaders and record industry executives, and the all-important agreement of the deputy district attorney, Larry Longo, who had once insisted Knight should go to prison, but then did a surprising about-face. Longo denies any connection, but free of the threat of prison, Knight went on, through his lawyer, to pay Longo's family $19,000 a month to rent a Malibu beach house. And beyond that, Knight signed the prosecutor's 18-year-old daughter to a multi-year recording contract, making her the only white artist on the death row roster. The Suge Knight way of doing business. Did you think you were trying to influence him?
I don't got to influence nobody.
Trying to bribe him?
Ooh, what's bribe?
Knight now faces the prospect of 9 years in state prison. But even so, the people who have come up against him say they are still afraid of the power of Suge Knight.
And the only reason why I'm telling this story now is because you guys already knew the story. I would never get on a witness stand and go against that guy because you put a target on my forehead. I sleep good at night. I had nightmares for a long time over this whole thing, you know. It's very scary for me.
You know what he needs to do? He needs to come find me and say, you know what, Suge Knight?
He's afraid of you.
He shouldn't be afraid of me, because I can make him a star.
You can make him a star.
Exactly.
Tomorrow, Suge Knight will appear in court at a hearing to decide whether he will remain in jail or be released on bail.